But you know we live in a time where every time we turn on the television, and every time we're listening to the radio, and we still read our newspapers occasionally, we know, like Thomas Paine said in 1776, these are the times that try men so. These are the times when we are having to deal with economic uncertainty. We don't know whether we're going to have income or not. We don't know if the income that we have is sufficient to carry us through. And if we don't have income, then we don't know where we're going to live. And we don't know what we're going to drive. We don't know all of these things. So these are the times that not only cause us to reflect and to think, these are the times that try our souls. And all of that going on, we still have the same issues that we've always had to deal with. So working through our marital relationships, our relationships with our sons and daughters, and with our co-workers and our neighbors. And if you get to the bottom line, there's a person without all of those titles that you have to deal with. I was sharing with my wife the other day. And you know, sometimes I have this evangelist or pastoral or leader title on me, and I have the husband title, and I'm a father, and a grandfather, and a great-grandfather, and I'm a substance abuse prevention specialist. But sometimes I just want to be Michael Lewis Dublin Sr. And I just want to just do what I do, whatever it is that day, without worrying about what somebody's going to measure me, and how somebody's going to depend on me to do this or to do that. And every now and then, now that's not realistic because I got all these titles, so I've got to carry them out. But every now and then, I just want to be me. I don't want to guard how I talk, because I just talk plain, blunt, and just say it. But there's no arena that I can do that. Nobody will accept that from me. Somebody's feelings are hurt. And sometimes, where do you go? And how do you just be yourself? Other than when you're just laying back and standing in front of the mirror, maybe you get you some music and blot out everybody else. And maybe just for that moment, you just be who you really are. Now some of you are going to be strange, but if you keep living long enough, you just won't be yourself. You're tired of other people's stuff. I'm talking about folks you love. You get tired of them too. And so you add all of that to all of the bad news. And these are the times that try men's souls. Now, if you're not used to having your soul tried, just keep living. And you'll understand that internally and externally, there's always something going on there. Always something going on. And so when you get a bad report sometimes, oh Lord, what next? You know? And it starts to take our minds off to this dark place where we start to see the whole world caving in. But every now and then you still have to stop and recognize, I've been here before. That's right. That's right. You've been through this before. There is nothing that is affecting you today that you haven't faced already. Isn't it not? I remember all the hoopla about Y2K and how the time was going to be off. Airplanes were going to drop out that sky, buses were going to go into the lake, and boats were going to float, and everything was going to happen. But when Y2K came, what happened? Nothing. We had about 2 years of live food. Still need that stuff. Then we had so much tuna and all of it. Yeah, they started that to trick us. But we had all manner of things come at us. Sometimes, when the bad report comes and the bad news comes, we forget that God has already taken us through. We forget that life, let's use a military analogy,